college is not high school. College is a different level, a different beast.
I think before going into college, I was really afraid of feeling like a misfit in a higher education environment. Neither of my parents got a college education.
Financial aid was my main issue while applying to colleges, and a lot of other colleges I got into were not giving me enough financial aid.
HEOP is a college access and success program. It started in 1969 thanks to the efforts of Arthur O'Eve, and its mission is to serve students holistically, support them with wraparound services to ensure that they are successful in college.
So HEOP will help students acclimate and adjust to college in several different levels. Each institution looks at it a little bit differently. So really one of the tenets of what we do is advising. So they'll have somebody who is their point person, working with them, helping answer questions about academics, whether it's, do you need a tutor? How are classes going? To how are you navigating campus? Are you finding your people? Are you finding your space? Are you finding that sense of belonging? And really helping cultivate a network for students across campus so that they have access to everything our institutions have to offer.
I think HEOP really helped me learn that you should not be afraid to reach out for help when you need it. I think growing up in a first-generation low-income family, I was very proud of my accomplishments that I achieved for myself, by myself. But I think being through the HEOP program and interacting with our lovely mentors here has helped me see that support and asking for help, reaching a hand out for help doesn't come out of a place of weakness, but rather of a place of strength and courage.
Honestly, I've never had access to tutoring or guidance. So being here and having all these advisors, the QSR, the writing center, having all these tutoring sessions, in a sense, I felt very overwhelmed with how much support there was because I've never had access to all this support in my last 11, I don't even know, as long as I've been in school for. So it's really nice to know that there's tutors, there's peers here that understand where you're coming from.
HEOP helps students adjust and acclimate to college really by providing a foundation for them to learn about their campus communities, learn about the expectations that they have, provide the confidence that they need to really tackle their college careers. That starts with our summer programs, our summer academic institutes, where we really begin to introduce students to the rigor of college, the environments that they're going to be in, and really help them kind of start navigating these new spaces.
Students need to come in understanding that the summer program is about growth, it's about laying foundations, it's about setting them up for success for the rest of their academic careers.
It's a big transformation for a lot of students coming from the inner cities or wherever they come from. And you come to this campus and we're in this together and it really helps you adapt and transition here and you feel comfortable and you become a person of your own in the midst of other people who come from so many different backgrounds and you become a little bit more sure about yourself.
They allowed us to come to college before anyone else. So that allowed me to see how the college is and how it's structured. And on top of that, we were in academic classes. So the work we got from there helped me realize what type of work I'd be getting in normal college classes. And on top of that, I also got a very generous financial aid offer from HEOP. And that was my main reason I committed to Union College.
The most valuable lesson that the HEOP taught me was how much it is important to study, how much it is to be academically prepared for these type of classes. Because college is not high school. College is a different level, a different beast. You don't have these teachers that will come up to you and tell you that the work needs to be done. Rather, you need to have that work done.
I support HEOP as a director of college at a high school by making sure my young people have access to information and opportunity. I very much feel on a personal level that I was a product of luck, where I ended up, the scholarships I've applied to, the colleges I applied to, and the university I ended up attending. And that never felt fair, knowing that there were other students I grew up with, young people in my community who were just as talented and just as worthy. And so the reason why I believe in HEOP is because I believe that all young people should have choice and should have a shot at doing something that's important to them and the support to get there. And that's what HEOP does.
I would say it's a gift to us as an institution, also to the students who have the opportunity. Everybody who chooses it and goes through the program says, this is amazing, and these people are invested in me and are a resource for life, really. I mean, the college is that way in general, but this is a way to do it a little earlier, a little more intentioned, a little more structure, and I think it's phenomenal.
For students that have graduated from the Higher Education Opportunity Program, the completion of their studies is life-changing. They've been able to reach their aspirational goals and secure opportunities that they otherwise would not have been able to obtain.
Some of the things I've been involved in post-Hamilton include working as an investigator in a public defense office and also working for a restorative justice project called Common Justice. In both of those capacities, my primary work involves supporting people who are dealing with the challenges of the criminal legal system. So in precisely the same way that I was provided support at Hamilton through HEOP is the way I'm attempting to provide support for folks who are dealing with the challenges of our criminal legal system. Of course, the contexts are wildly different, but the ethos of being a support for others are precisely the same.
Oh my goodness. How has HEOP changed my life in so many ways? You know what I believe? I believe HEOP taught me that when I walk into the room, I own it. Any place I put my foot is where I belong. And it's up to me to do that. It helped me to raise my children. My children were raised up through the HEOP program because while I was working here, they were here with me. And to make it so that them getting an education was an expectation, was a natural progression through their life. And they both have advanced degrees. Not because I even said anything to them, but because they saw it. So it becomes generational growth, generational wealth.
Alumni that graduate from HEOP programs go on to do phenomenal things. I can speak personally about my experience as a program alum, that I've been able to come back full circle and give to a program that has given me so much. But I can look all around me in the spaces that I occupy on NYU's campus. I can find alumni in multiple offices giving back. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have CEOs, we have people starting their own businesses. We have so many alumni doing amazing things and giving back to not only their community, but to the larger community.
Students in HEOP have folks telling them that they can be successful, opening doors of opportunity for them to be successful, pointing them in the right direction, helping them navigate situations they've never dealt before, finding fellowships and scholarships and internship opportunities, saying, hey, have you looked at this opportunity? I think you'd be a really good fit for it. We plant the seeds and we water and nurture those seeds, and students take it from there. They take those opportunities and they run with it.
I think the confidence that I've gained through being with HEOP has led me to a lot of leadership roles on campus. I've started my own club. I was a mentor to students. I work in very forward-facing positions at my campus. So it really installs in you a confidence and a character that motivates you to push towards the opportunities that you might have thought were out of reach, but are now, because you're feeling supported, feel very much in your realm of possibility.
What you see come to fruition at graduation, but you've watched this transition from their first year all the way to senior year of maybe it's believing more in themselves, knowing that they can do things that they put their mind to. Sometimes it's going out and creating the space to do the thing that you want to do because maybe the job you want doesn't exist. And so having the courage and the self-confidence to be able to say, nah, I'm good at this, I can do this. And so I think that's one of the things that I see at graduation is when you see the students, they walk a little bit taller, a little bit prouder. It's just so heartfelt and like so amazing to see. Literally, like when I see somebody across the stage, I know that in my heart of hearts, I can say HEOP changed that kid's life.
Parents and counselors should be engaged and interested in HEOP because it provides a real foundation for students when they're away from home. And so a lot of students, if you hear them, they say that HEOP is their home away from home or they've found a family on their campuses. And so the more we can work with their families at home or in their high schools to help the transition into college, into higher ed, into kind of their future selves, I think the more robust the support system that students are going to have is going to be when they're at college, learning how to be adults and people and citizens.
The parents know that when that student walks across that college graduation stage, they are graduating too. And that everything that they have put, every desire that they have had for that child comes to fruition. And those desires change the world. The accomplishments of those desires, those outcomes change the world. And that's what HEOP does.
It's such a great opportunity just to be a part of this program. And I hope that anyone can apply for this program. Anyone, if they think that they might have failed in high school, they might have felt like, oh, I'm not good enough for college. I feel like my grades aren't good enough. They should apply for HEOP, and so they can see their full potential, not just in college, but throughout their life.
I would tell my high school self that HEOP is the best thing there is out there, the best program. There is nothing that tops HEOP. Something you can anticipate from HEOP is having a close-knit family. That's what you will think about after you graduate college, is the close family you had in your college years, and how almost all of you are in the same boat, come from similar backgrounds. And this program will help you become who you want to be.
Students should apply through HEOP because the support, the resources, the people that you connect with are truly life-changing. I'm someone who benefited immensely, who would not be doing the work I'm doing, who would not have traveled the world in the way that I have several times without the foundation that HEOP laid for me. So I think there's a lot of support, a lot of resources, and a lot of opportunity that opens up through going through HEOP.
Coming into HEOP, you're going to have a community behind you. You're going to have a staff behind you. You're going to have faculty behind you. You're going to be supported in ways in college that most other students dream of. You're going to navigate difficult situations. College is hard. College is hard when it's going well, and college is hard when it's not going well. So having that office, that community, those people, those familiar faces that you know are in your corner and they know you, that's gonna make the journey that much easier.
And it's about having access to higher education. You have this opportunity to connect with different people from different backgrounds. You have this access to support where you might have never gotten it before. I would say definitely take advantage of HEOP and all the support that it offers. Don't be afraid to take the leap, because you'll find out that you really belong here.
I would say to my high school self that HEOP is probably the best thing that's going to happen to you over the next 4 years. And I know that when I first received my letter of acceptance from Hamilton, it was like HEOP, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? I kind of had worries and doubts and fears going through in my mind. But if I could go back, I would just kick myself into accepting the HEOP program without any hesitation, because it has helped me so much to grow, to learn, to become the person that I will always wanted to become through the support that I've gained here. And to any prospective students looking at the HEOP program, I would say that I've been you. I've been looking at the journey ahead and been there, done that. But if I could go back, I would do it all over again.